What's going on YouTube? It's Lewis from the Simple Comics here, coming at you not with a product drop, but with a question. What I'm showing on screen right now is basically it's a little bit more than a concept piece, but I'm going to call it a concept piece. I wanted to create something similar to what you might find in comic book shops. You know, they have not just comic books, but they have figures and they have statues of some of your favorite characters that you can buy and display in your home. I wanted to create something like that. So I put together a group of people, someone that knows how to make STL files. STL files are for 3D prints, for those who are not in the know. And then I have a friend who, his whole thing, all he does is 3D printing, and he is an absolute wizard at it. He has his own small business, just like me. He goes to cons, just like me. That's actually where we met. And when I told him that I wanted to do this as a project, he was like, "When you have the files, let me know. I will print it for you." So that's exactly what I did. I got the file the minute I got the files in hand. I sent them to him and I said, "Hey, we're good to go. The files are in your inbox, and I appreciate that you want to help me with this." And my friends, he delivered. Now, it did not come like this. It came to me sanded and primed, primer gray. But I have some spray paints. I have some metallic paints, I should say, metallic spray paints, and specifically I have in bronze, that's the aesthetic I was kind of going for. I was kind of going between either bronze or a stone texture look. I may do another one. I may get another print just like this done, and do a stone texture and show you guys what that would look like. And then I'll ask you guys your opinions on that, whether we should go stone or metallic, if this were to become a real product. As of right now, like I said, it's more of a concept piece, and it's not out for it's not something that you can just buy. This is just something that I'm going to have proudly displayed on my table for now. But my question, as I alluded to in the beginning of the video, is my question is, after seeing this, and I do have it on an electric Lazy Susan, so you can kind of get the different angles and how it gleams in the light. Is this something that you guys would want displayed in your home? Is this something that if you have a man cave or a woman cave or a them they cave? Here's another thing. We need to figure out a more non-binary term for man cave, or so if you have any suggestions for that, a more non-binary term for man cave or woman cave, put that in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But yeah, my main question for the day is this something that you would want to put in your in your cave, in your home? Is this something that you would want to display in the same way that I am? I am so honestly impressed with how this came out. The detail on everything, the face, the helmet, the muscles, his chair. Now, this is not a one-to-one in terms of like what my chair looks like, but excuse me, this is, you know, pretty like a pretty accurate representation of what my chair at one point did look like. And I was both surprised and really happy that it kind of felt like a accidental callback to what once was. You know what I mean? So anyway, my two questions for you. Originally there was one, but then we figured out the other one. My first question, and the main one, is: would you want this in your home? If I made this available, would you buy this and would you display this in your home? My second question, which originally was not in the plan, but my second question is: what do you guys think is a good non-binary name for a man cave or a cave of nerddom or geekdom? Well, there's one name right there, Cave of Nerddom or Cave of Geekdom, but I was thinking something more along the lines, kind of more similar to Man Cave or Woman Cave, something nice and simple. So if you guys have any suggestions for what that could be, put them in the comments down below. I'd be really interested to hear. All right, well, thank you guys for watching, and I cannot wait to read all your guys' comments. Bye.